Right, testing, 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 testing. Cool beans working. Twitch. Mama, papa working. One more thing. Papa, papa. My name is Papa. My name is Papa. Translations working to YouTube. One more thing. One more thing. And YouTube. YouTube is working. Okay, so YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. Boomba, bamba, bimba. Okay, we're all good. We're all good. All right. The only reason behind this stream today is that I want to talk about House of Dragons. And I want to talk about how good this show is. And I want to beg you people who haven't begun watching this show to watch this show. This is a once in a lifetime, actual generational show that if you do not watch, you will be missing out on like actual camaraderie, vibes, and like it's like basically Game of Thrones for this generation. Like when Game of Thrones first came out, I was like 10. So I didn't really watch Game of Thrones in 2010. I don't really know many people that did. But if you did, you lived through history. And I'm jealous. I'm envious of you. I wish I could take that away from you and give it to myself. But you now have the opportunity to do that with House of the Dragon. And if you don't do that, as someone that likes TV, dragons, Lord of the Rings type beat stuff, Game of Thrones, anything to do with like cinematic masterpieces, TV shows, movies, whatever that is, you are doing yourself a disservice. This new season that just came out that I just watched an hour ago is so goaded, is so strong, is so good that like if you're a TV movie guy and you're not watching this, like I said, you're cooking yourself because right now this is the greatest thing you can watch on TV. I know Love Island's out and people are going to hate me for saying this, but like I don't care. If you had to choose, you definitely need to be watching this over Love Island, but you don't have to choose. Just watch both, of course. But House of the Dragon season 3, episode 1 is so goaded. Like the way that they shot this show is literally Game of Thrones vibes. And one specific thing I've noticed in this episode too is that if you're somebody that likes boats and ship fights and stuff like that, you're gonna love. If you're someone that likes boats and like ship fights and stuff like that, you are going to absolutely love this episode because this episode was basically ship corn. That's the best way that I can put that. It is like a 25-minute long episode. Or no, the episode is like an hour long, but it's a 25-minute fight scene with boats. Like prepare to be boarded. Like that type beat boats. And it is so unbelievably well done that like there's no other way to put it. And I know I'm glazing. Of course I'm glazing, but I want you people to experience House of the Dragon. Because like we didn't get to experience Game of Thrones if you're like below 35, right? So if you want to be a part of like something that's like bigger and that's something in 10 years when other people start watching that show, you could be like, bro, I had to wait for that show to come out. I had to wait week by week for the new episode to come out. Or like, bro, that show's so goated. I remember watching it back in 2026 summer when it came out in June. New York City lit up the color of the flags of House Targaryen and stuff like that. I'm just saying, Game of Thrones when it was out, biggest show on the planet. Attack on Titans when it was out, biggest show on the planet. If you didn't watch it while it was live, you missed out on history. And now you can still go back and watch Game of Thrones. It's still amazing. Still watch Attack on Titans, still great. But you have the opportunity now to be a part of House of the Dragon as it's happening, as it's live. And then in 10 years, when the new House of Dragon or whatever it is that comes out at that time happens, you could be like, bro, I remember when I was like 25 or 26 watching this show. It was so lit. And in the summer, we would all watch it every single Sunday. You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to sell to you here. But if you don't want to listen to me just like glazing it, you can just listen to this. Look at the ratings. Season 3, episode 1, 9.9 on IMDb, by the way. Literally 9.9. And then if we go to Rotten Tomatoes, I'm not paying for this. Let's assume. Hold on. Can I Google this? Rotten Tomatoes, House of Dragon, Season 3, Episode 1. Holy English. 97%. 97%. So 97% rating. Like, you have the facts backing it up now. Like, what more do you need? I just want to say, if you're someone that's like missing or looking for a reason to like look forward to the weekend and watch something, and you don't want to watch Love Island for whatever reason, you want to watch Love Island, go ahead. I don't care. But this is a great thing to look out for and to watch. Or if you're someone that like misses Lord of the Rings like I do, or you miss Harry Potter, or you were too young to experience Harry Potter during a prime Harry Potter time, or whatever it is, this is the thing that I think you should add to your personality and get caught up on because it's once every Sunday, right? So you could theoretically watch House of the Dragon season one and season two in between and get caught up real quick. So again, the way that this works is that Game of Thrones happened. That ended like a couple of, honestly, I think it ended like 6 years ago, something like that. 8 seasons. That's going to take you a long time to watch. You don't need to watch that to watch this. House of the Dragon happened prequel before Game of Thrones. But like anything to do with houses, bloodlines, magic, dragons, inappropriate stuff that I won't say on stream. If you're a fan of any of those five things, this is a thing that you should add to your summer watch list and like look forward to every weekend. That's what I'm saying. It's so fun to watch and it's so goaded, and I'm so happy it's back. And the reason why is because we had a little bit of a drought. So there's another Game of Thrones universe show called Night of the Seven Kingdoms, which I'm going to talk about as well. Night of the Seven Kingdoms. What is it called? Yeah, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. So this show here, 94% Rotten Tomato, 80% on whatever this is. This show has an episode where people review bombed it because it was so close to like beating Breaking Bad or something in like the highest top rated show ever. Like that's how good this show is. So this is in the same universe as Game of Thrones, but this show ended because it was a shorter show, low cortisol show with like 7 or 8 episodes. And then when it ended, that was like a couple months ago. And then now we finally passed the dragon. This is one of my all-time favorite shows ever. Night of the Seven Kingdoms is so beautifully done. It's so chill. It's still House of Dragon, like Game of Thrones vibes, medieval, Lord of the Rings type magical stuff. But this show is so good. If you don't want to get caught up on House of the Dragons and you're like dreading the 2 months it's going to take to watch Game of Thrones, you should watch this show. Season one is only 7 episodes long. Each episode is like 30 minutes long, and it won't take that long to get through. But if you like this show, you will love House of the Dragons and you will love Game of Thrones. That's what I'm saying. And this show also is only season one. So however many seasons they have, whether it's like 5 or 6, whatever it is, this is another thing that you should add to your summer watch list because it'll just like enhance your summer. Like every weekend, you get an hour of freaking bomb, low cortisol, high cortisol spiking dragons and stuff. Banger, bro. It's so good. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about, yeah. It's like, it's just because you watch it and then you're like, but then you watch it even more and you're like, wow. And then you open the thing up and it's like, and then it's just something else. Look at this. Let's just react to some stuff together at the end here. Andrew Yang. Who is that again? Who is that again? Yeah, goats. But yeah, I just want to say, if you're looking for something to watch and you like missed Game of Thrones because you were just like too old or too young or something like that, or if you like are dreading watching Game of Thrones because it's just too long, or you've heard of House of Dragons but you don't want to watch it because you're like, oh, I don't even know if it's good anymore. Season three going to be as good as season two and season one. I'm telling you, take the deep dive plunge. Watch Night of the Seven Kingdoms. That's so much more shorter, and it'll get you in the vibe of what you're going to be expecting. Then watch Game of Thrones if you want. But I would definitely get caught up in House of the Dragons, and if you love House of the Dragons, watch Game of Thrones. That's all I'm saying.